their criminals get rewarded. Oh my goodness. So y'all remember Ashli Babbitt, right? The crazy white woman who ran to the Capitol and then, got popped, all right? Who FO'd, do y'all remember that on January 6th? And how the right tried to say, oh, she was innocent, she was a patriot. You even had the President of the United States say that she was a patriot, okay? What has happened is absolutely wild. But just to give a little background on to Ashli Babbitt, she ran into the Capitol, just so we're clear, Capitol, they broke in. They broke into the Capitol. Went in is a little too soft language. They broke in, violently broke into the Capitol. Upon forcing herself into the Capitol, she comes across a door. Door is locked. You have an officer who's telling her to stop. Do you want to know what this high IQ individual, all right, who clearly has a good sense of impulse control, she goes through the window. She has a backpack which contains a knife on her. That's correct. She had a weapon on her. The officer said, hey, stop. She continued to move on after the officer gave her a lawful order. She gets popped. She falls. She's no longer with us. Ashli Babbitt is bye-bye. Ashli bye-bye. That's her name now. Now, the family, the audacity. Are you ready for the audacity? These people, these demons never cease to amaze me. But they then file a wrongful death lawsuit. I'm sorry, what? They file a wrongful death lawsuit for $30 million. Now, in no way God's green earth was this any type of wrongful death. Because we have seen incidents like this before where it's been a black person, a white officer, and they say, hey, why didn't the black person just obey the commands? Why didn't the black person just not do the crime? Is that not what they say all the time? When we say that seems to be a little excessive force, well, if he had never put himself in this position, he wouldn't have had to deal with the excessive force. Now, as I said before, when it comes to their behavior is always validated. You have to understand, their behavior, they can do no wrong. Accountability and demons and this lineage of evil go together like water and oil, bruh.
Damn.
They don't even know how to spell accountability, most of them, all right? A good chunk, if we're gonna be honest. All they know is they're victims. That's all they know. That's what they've been promoted. That's what they've been conditioned to believe, thanks to this racist Republican Party constantly telling white people, oh, you're being victimized, oh, you're under attack, and yada, yada, yada. All this goofy stuff. All for what? To get a vote? To get more money during fundraising? Craziness. Crazy how they will tank the country to appease the white ignorance.
He's out of line, but he's right.
So now we have the whole victim mindset around Ashli Babbitt and the fact that it was a black officer, okay? Just so we're clear, it's a black officer. Nobody's saying she was in the wrong. Nobody's saying she should have been there. Everyone on the right, all these racists are saying, oh, she's a victim, okay? She was innocent. She didn't have a gun on her. She didn't have a weapon on her, even though she did. She had a knife in her bag. Why did this happen? Woe is me. And it gets to a point where the President of the United States even made a video during Ashli Babbitt's, I believe, birthday, okay? It was her birthday or funeral, same thing.
It is my great honor to address each of you gathered today to cherish the memory of Ashli Babbitt, a truly incredible person. To Ashli's family and friends, please know that her memory will live on in our hearts for all time. Ashli served our country in the United States Air Force for 14 years, where she was a security forces airman and eventually went on to achieve the rank of senior airman. She defended our nation overseas, including in Iraq, to fight in the war on terror. On that horrible day of January 6th, Ashli arrived at the United States Capitol. She was shot and tragically killed. Today would have been her birthday. Happy birthday, Ashli. Happy birthday. We're looking at you and you're looking down on your family and on us.
What?
But you had the President of the United States make a video about this. Can you imagine? Can you imagine Biden, Obama, anybody, Clinton, anybody, anyone had made a video, I don't know, for a terrorist talking about, I'm sorry for your loss, yada, yada. Can you imagine that? But because he's the one that ordained this attack on January 6th, he believes and calls them patriots. We saw this same type of racial mindset, and I'm not making it racial, I'm just making an observation. We saw this same mindset when it came to Daniel Penny, who killed that innocent man. Innocent black man, he gets off. I don't think I've ever seen this ever in my life. Daniel Penny is then welcomed and taking pictures with the President of the United States and the Vice President. Okay? Think about that. What? Now, when the black officer who was doing their job, listen, he was completely found to be innocent. Did he get a picture with the president? Did he get, front row seats with the president and taking pictures with the VP? No, not at all. I can't recall a person in a murder case, right? In a murder case who gets acquitted, who has been taking pictures with the president of the United States who was black. Do you recall anyone? In recent times, a black person who has killed a white person and is found to be self-defense, and they get off, and then they take pictures with the president of the United States. Has Trump had someone like that in his last administration? I don't recall any of that. So I find it a very interesting, and this is a message that this presidency has been sending now to black people. This is a message that they sent out when they were campaigning. And I was telling people, please do not fall for this. This is what they are about. He's not talking about any platinum plan. He's not talking about black people. He is in here for white people. He is in here for his white constituents, and everything that he's done thus far has shown to be the case, has shown that to be true. So what has recently happened is that they have reached a settlement. That is correct. They have reached a settlement in the wrongful death lawsuit. Now, I don't know what to tell you, bro. But this is crazy that my tax dollars would be going towards a criminal. An absolute, blatant, overt, violent, unpatriotic. This is as anti-American as it gets. Trying to upset, a democracy. You're trying to overthrow democracy because your person didn't win the White House. Think about how fragile you have to be. Person I voted for didn't win the White House, so I'm going to storm the Capitol and try to see if I can stop Biden getting into office. That's a mental illness, bro. That's a mental illness. And then to be rewarded for it. On top of that, we all know that people who were violent thugs, these violent thugs on January 6th, many of them got off because they were pardoned by the President of the United States. You had pedophiles, you had rapists, you had murderers who got off. Who got off? That's correct. Because Trump pardoned them because they were there at January 6th. So it really gives you an outlook and an understanding of what's to come. So I just hope everyone is buckled up. I hope all the people who are saying Couch 2024 and she not black, she Indian, all those goofballs who put out that propaganda, I hope you all are ready for what's to come because it's about to be a very bumpy ride ahead. Anyways, guys, that's the video. Let me know what you guys think. Whether or not you believe Lucas is not fair. Not fair. The officer shouldn't have done that. Okay, he was definitely in the wrong. Or if you have to believe, listen, what do you mean the officer is in the wrong? This is exactly the same thing you tell black people every single time. Y'all shouldn't have been there. Why didn't you listen to the officer? Well, why were you there in the first place? You shouldn't have been doing a crime. You do the crime, you get what happens to you. Isn't that what they say all the time? Now all of a sudden, they switch it up. This is why I say they're hypocrites. You can't listen to anything they say because they don't have the same rules that they judge themselves by. You're always a criminal. They're always innocent. That is the baseline for these races. And the sooner you understand that, the sooner we can stop having these conversations and really get to the nitty gritty. Okay? Because they don't understand conversations. That's a language they have not mastered yet. Nevertheless, if you happen to disagree, you know where to find me. Thursday through Saturday, new times. There'll be a number on top of the screen. You can call in and we duke it out. Otherwise, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please feel free to like, share, comment. Let me know what you guys think about this and subscribe and all that fun stuff. Till next time, guys, be amazing.
Happy birthday, Ashley.